Bonjour and bienvenue à Atelier RGS. This time I'm unboxing and testing a new motorcycle lift. I've got help with the Morini rebuild, which is going on through that door. So let's see what we got. Well, this is it. It does look like it was airdropped without the benefit of a parachute, so thank you DPD for that. I've kind of peered through the many holes in the box, and it does seem to be as in decent condition as far as I could tell. Now, if anyone's looked at motorcycle lifts, there are a myriad of different types. I think probably the best are the lifting tables. You get the whole motorcycle up in the air. I didn't really want that much space taken up, so I've been looking at a whole bunch of smaller ones. And the simplest ones are, you know, small square platforms that I think they work fine. My brother's got one actually, and he seems to like it. But I wanted something a little bit more substantial, but not something that blocked the way to actually getting to the bike to service both sides. Some of the lifts similar to this have quite a structure off to one side. But anyhow, you'll see what it looks like as I put it together. Let's see what's in the box. Well, it does seem to have survived being fired out of a cannon, or however they decided to deliver it, which is a relief. I mean, it is a big chunk of steel. You would hope that it would be all right. So what we got? Various bits of packaging. I imagine that's the jack handle or the moving handle. Do you have a moving handle? I'm very moved by this handle. This looks possibly a foot pump for the jack. It is a hydraulic jack. I did a lot of shopping around. I mean, this style of lift is a little pricey, or I'm a little tight, one of the two. But this one, I'll put the link in the bottom in the description. It was the least expensive version of this style I could find. There's not many of this type, but there's a few, so worth shopping around. And as I say, I'll put the one I actually bought in the link below. I think what I'm going to do is I'll assemble it. I'll lift the bike with it. We can try that, and that'll be the end of this video. And then I'll come back in a weeks and months time when I've used it a fair bit and add to the video more long-term impressions. Okay, instructions. Okay. Don't get a free Leatherman with it, unfortunately. That's it. One of the things that I liked about this, and I hope you can see this, the wheels, you know, the casters, I guess you could say, it is fairly freewheeling around, so you can move it around pretty easily. But when you lift it up, they kind of flip over and gives you a nice steady platform, theoretically. We shall see. Okay, let's see how you put this together. Okay, maximum load is 1,100 pounds, 500 kilos. I don't think my bike's anything like that heavy. Supposed to wear safety goggles when operating the lift, because you wouldn't want to get a motorcycle in your eye. Keep your hands on free away. Do not allow untrained people to operate the lift. I guess this is the training. Do not make any miles, blah, blah, blah. Okay. The instructions, that's it. Not exactly comprehensive, but we should be able to figure it out. I don't actually have a socket that's big enough for that, so we will use other means. Okay. Just assemble it finger tight for now in case there's any bother getting the other bits in. Need to pump the jack out a little bit to get the pin in. Seems relatively painless. Clipped in. Nylock nut, so it's just tight enough so that the bolt head is flush against the other side. If you over tighten it, you just squeeze these flanges together. Just making sure the jack isn't binding up, which it is a bit. There we go. Let me just try something. Loath as I am to gack up a new bolt, I do actually want to start using this thing, so there we go. Okay, the jack is free to move and float about. And that seems to be it for the assembly. So I guess you pump with this. It's got a safety catch on both sides. That's nice. and that's your maximum height. Okay. Okay, guess the next thing is to try and lift a bike with it. Luckily I have a bike prepared. Oh, well, the handle works. I just realised I haven't actually told you what this is. The manufacturer, it is a Citomerx XL, which I've never heard of, but we shall see. I guess ideally you'd know the centre of gravity of your bike, but or the balance point. I don't, but obviously it's in front of the stand, so I'll just put this hard up against the stand as I can. Okay, looks kind of sort of centred. You do need, this will only really work with a bike that's got dual down frame bars. So you've got 2 bars underneath the balance. If you've got a single bar, you're kind of stuffed. If your exhaust or anything is hanging down below the level of the bars, I guess you could make some blocks up to support it, but something to think about when you're thinking about these stands. Luckily, the Morini is nice and easy. Okay. Up we go. That's both wheels off the ground. Take it up a little bit further. Okay, solid as a rock. That's a little bit tippy front to back. The front frame is only just resting on here, so what I think I'll do is I'll drop it back down, put the stand up, and shuffle it that way a bit. Okay. And the safety catch has worked, so that is stuck down. So we've tested that. We did that on purpose to test it. Okay. Try again. Okay, back on the wheels. Take it. There's a lug for the kickstand that's a little bit in the way, but that should be okay, I think. Still roughly square. Okay. That is off the ground, both wheels. Yeah, that feels a lot better. I've actually still got the wheels down as well, rather than flipping them over like we talked about. Yeah, let's. Well, actually, that feels fine. I'm going to leave it like that because then I can move the bike around. So let's take it all the way up and see if I've changed my mind about leaving the wheels flipped. Okay, that's up the way. Drop the safety. Oops. Safety catches down. Well, that's a nice height. You can get to both. The thing I like about this is some of the others, as I said earlier, have a structure sticking up here, which would maybe stop you getting that engine cover off. I don't know, but this is, you know, the highest point is the bike, so you're fine. That actually feels pretty steady. I will drop it down on the and flip the wheels over, just so you get a chance to see if it's any different, as do I. So let's take it down. Of course, I put the safeties in again. These catch up quite nicely under the lifting platform. Just give them a shove. That's down. Okay. I like the way the wheels just flip over on their own. Makes it much easier to do just when there's one of you. Particularly if you had a heavier bike than the Morini here. This is a Morini 3.5 Sport, which I'm in the process of restoring. There is a series on my channel looking at this. So check it out if you're interested in Morinis. Right, so let's drop that onto the safety catches, like that. Oh yeah, that is appreciably, I mean it wasn't bad before, but that's really good, and this isn't a perfectly level garage floor. Well, happy with that. So what I'll do is I'll close the video down here. And, you know, positive review. So far, so good. I like it. It's strongly made. It does what it will say. Lifts the bike to a decent height. It feels safe. And then I'll do some work on the Morini, and I'll add something to the end of the video in a I don't know, a month or two's time, when I've lived with it for a bit, to see what the longer term review is. So, yeah. The only other thing I'm going to do is now strap it down, just to be double safe. But thanks for watching. If you do like this video, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and come back and see the rest. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.